Welcome to the Malware Types lesson. Click Next to get started. After completing this lesson, you'll be able to achieve these objectives. Define malware. Describe the traits of a computer virus. Describe the different types of computer viruses and malware. Has your computer ever behaved oddly? Perhaps its performance has suddenly and inexplicably slowed, or unwanted pop-up windows appear, or applications crash or start by themselves. You may think that there is a ghost in the machine, but it's more likely that malware has infected your computer. If malware infects your computer, its behavior may change abruptly and without any obvious reason. Some common symptoms of computer infection are computing devices suddenly become sluggish or unresponsive. Unwanted pop-up windows appear in an application or web browser. These are telltale signs that malware, virus, or spyware is affecting your device. Applications unexpectedly close by themselves. This likely means that the software has been infected with some form of virus or malware. Applications fail to load when selected from the Start menu or desktop icon. Computer malware causes computers to act in a variety of strange ways, which may include opening files by themselves, displaying unusual error messages, or entering characters randomly. Applications crash or log the user out. System crashes and the computer itself inexplicably shutting down. Emails in your Outlook that you didn't send. Hackers use other people's email accounts to spread malware and carry out wider cyberattacks. Emails in your outbox that you didn't send can be a sign of an infection. Unexplained changes to a computer, such as your system's homepage being modified or your browser settings being updated, are signs of the presence of malware. Now that you know the symptoms of computer infection, the next step is to learn to describe and categorize the different types of malware. While malware is malicious software that disrupts, damages, or gains unauthorized access to a computer system, a computer virus is malware with additional traits. Norton.com defines a computer virus as a type of malicious code or program written to alter the way a computer operates and that is designed to spread from one computer to another. A virus operates by inserting or attaching itself to a legitimate program or document that supports macros to execute its code. In the process, a virus has the potential to cause unexpected or damaging effects, such as harming the system software by corrupting or destroying data. Computer viruses have several defining traits that you should be aware of. First, computer viruses must be invoked by a user. Second, they insert themselves in or attach themselves to legitimate applications. And third, they are designed to spread the infection to other applications and computers on the network. Knowing these will help you distinguish between malware that is a virus and malware that is not. Many types of viruses possess these traits, yet do very different things. The following is a list of some common virus types. A resident virus propagates itself by infecting applications as they are opened by a user. A non-resident virus infects executable files when applications are not running. A multipartite virus uses multiple methods to infect and spread across computers. It typically remains in the computer's memory to infect the hard disk, then spreads and infects more drives by altering the content of applications. A direct action virus accesses a computer's main memory and infects all applications, files, and folders located in the autoexec.bat path or the autostart registry path before deleting itself. This virus typically alters the performance of a system and can destroy all data on the computer's hard disk and any USB device attached to it. A browser hijacker manually changes the settings of web browsers, such as replacing the homepage, editing the new tab page, and changing the default search engine. Technically, it is not a virus because it cannot infect files, but it can be hugely damaging to computer users who often will not be able to restore their homepage or search engine. It can also contain adware that causes unwanted pop-up windows and ads. Overwrite viruses are extremely dangerous. They can delete and replace data with their own file content or code. Once files are infected, they cannot be replaced, and the virus can affect Windows, DOS, Linux, and Mac OS systems. The only way this virus can be removed is by deleting all the files it infected. A web scripting virus attacks web browser security, enabling a hacker to inject malicious code into web pages, or client-side scripting. Client-side scripting simply means running scripts, such as JavaScript, on the client device, usually within a browser. This allows cybercriminals to attack major websites, such as social networking sites, email providers, and any site that enables user input or reviews. Attackers can use the virus to send spam, commit fraudulent activity, and damage server files. A file infector is one of the most common computer viruses. It overwrites files when they are opened and can quickly spread across systems and networks. It largely affects files with .exe or .com extensions. Network viruses are extremely dangerous because they can completely cripple entire computer networks. They're often difficult to discover because the virus can hide on any computer on an infected network. These viruses can easily replicate and spread by using the internet and transfer to devices connected to the network. A boot sector virus targets a computer's master boot record, MBR. The virus injects its code into a hard disk's partition table, then moves into the main memory when a computer restarts. Aside from viruses, there are other types of malware that do not share all the traits of a virus. For example, worm malware does not need a host system and can spread between systems and networks without user action, whereas a virus requires a user to execute its code. Here are some other types of malware that are not viruses. A rootkit is a collection of computer software, typically malicious, designed to enable access to a computer or an area of its software that is not otherwise allowed. A rootkit often masks its existence or the existence of other software. It operates near or within the kernel of the operating system, but it cannot self-replicate or spread across systems. A DLL injection attack allows the attacker to execute malicious code by replacing legitimate DLL files with malicious ones. This type of attack is difficult to detect and prevent because it often involves the use of legitimate files and processes. Similarly, a driver manipulation attack changes or replaces driver software that allows the operating system to communicate with hardware devices. A keylogger is a computer program that records every keystroke made by a computer user, with the purpose of gaining fraudulent access to passwords and other confidential information. Keyloggers are a type of spyware, which is malware designed to spy on victims. Because they can capture everything you type, keyloggers are one of the most invasive forms of malware. A potentially unwanted program, PUP, is a program that may be unwanted despite the possibility that a user consented to download it. PUPs include spyware, adware, and dialers, and are often downloaded in conjunction with a program that the user wants. Spyware is malware that obtains covert information about a user's computer activities by transmitting data secretly from the hard drive. Spyware is a type of malware that collects personal information and gathers data about a user without consent. Adware is a form of malware that hides on a device and displays ads. Some adware also monitors a user's online behavior so it can target them with specific ads. A dialer is a malicious program that is installed on a computer and tries to use the dialing features, often running up expensive phone bills for the victim. A dialer is unlike other types of spyware, though it is sometimes included with free software downloads. Adversarial machine learning is a technique used in machine learning to fool or misguide a neural network with malicious input. Adversarial artificial intelligence uses specialized inputs created for the purpose of confusing a neural network, resulting in the misclassification of an input. These notorious inputs can be indistinguishable to the human eye, but cause the network to fail to correctly identify an image. Ransomware is a type of virus that encrypts or prevents access to the information on a computer and restores access only after the user pays a ransom. A Trojan horse virus is a virus designed to look like something it is not. For example, viruses can be hidden within unofficial games, applications, file sharing sites, and bootlegged movies. A remote access Trojan, RAT virus, is Trojan malware that can remotely control an infected computer. A dropper is a type of Trojan horse that is designed to install malware on a computer. Once the dropper is installed, two things can happen. The dropper installs the embedded malware, or the dropper downloads the malware to the targeted computer. Rogue security software, also known as rogueware or scareware, misleads a user into believing that there is malware on their computer and then prompts them to pay for anti-malware, which is either fake or malware. Botnet malware controls its infected host through a command and control (CNC) server. An infected computer is named a bot or robot, and a collection of infected computers is known as a botnet. Cryptojacking is the illegal use of computing resources to mine cryptocurrency. Attackers use malware or scripting to hijack a computer. For example, CoinHive was a cryptocurrency mining service that allowed website owners to embed JavaScript code on their websites, which hijacked the resources of connected computers for crypto mining purposes. This type of exploit is called in-browser mining. You have completed this lesson. You are now able to define malware, describe the traits of a computer virus, describe the different types of computer viruses and malware,